It's been a minute.
Well, we could start with there, Maycee over here. Congratulations on the win, but I guess how can you put into words what you're feeling right now after 21 months of not being able to do this?
I don't know if I have a lot of words. Honestly, it's been so long. I don't know if there's a lot of words to put into that much time.
A lot of fans and even media were saying, the second Maycee even enters the octagon, that's the win. Were you viewing it that way too, or were you just viewing this as like, all right, we're past that part, like I'm just here to fight and do what I like again?
Damn, now you made me cry. Yeah, I think that was the win. I think that was exactly what I think that's exactly how I kind of felt, even in the interview with Joe, I was like, I'm just really happy to be here. I'm just really blessed to just walk out, do what I love. I mean, yes, when I was walking out, I mean, at the end of the day, like, this is a job that I have. There's another woman standing in front of me, and I have a goal and a dream, that I am chasing, and she's in my way. There's nothing that is going to get in the way of that, but at the same time, there is a girl inside of me that just loves to go in there and chase a dream too, and having that taken away from me is really challenging, and it's really frustrating, especially when I have a bunch of people that are putting in hours of work with me and constantly checking on me, trying to help me chase this dream, trying to make sure that I'm doing the right things and make sure that they're doing the right things, to help me accomplish my goals. And so when I don't get to do what I love, it's frustrating. And so just being able to walk out to the octagon tonight was a win, and was everything I could have dreamed of. And so being able to win tonight was just, like that was the job being done, but also, just extra for me.
In terms of the actual fight, it was pretty chaotic at moments in there. So in that fight against Karine, was it what you expected, or were there, things that she threw out there that kind of caught you off guard?
To me, I mean, I'm trying to be the best in the world, and I expect, to fight the best in the world. And I don't want to fight girls that are not good. I don't want to fight girls that are not great. And I expected her to be an amazing fighter. She is a good fighter. She's a great fighter. She's a tough girl. And so we prepared for that. But also, I think that she's tough. And I think that, yes, there's moments of chaoticness. But at the same time, like, I love that. I love going in and having a brawl. I love back and forth. I love making exciting fights. So I don't go in there to just point fight. I don't go in there to just have a boring fight. I want the fans to enjoy it just as much as I want to enjoy it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did.
That up kick that caught you, how rocked were you? Because I think we could hear you telling the doctor, like, oh, I'm just a little dizzy, and then he let you go back out there.
I was a little bit dizzy. I'm still a little bit, like, trying to figure out, like, I'm not sure. We're going to get it checked a little bit, but I didn't go in there to not finish, so doesn't matter. We go in there and we get punched in the head too, so whether it was an up kick or not, I don't go in there and expect, hey, sometimes things happen, I'm not saying it was intentional. I'm not saying it was accidental, but things happen, whether it was on purpose or not, things happen. So the ref took care of it how he needed to, and now we're going to deal with it, but it is what it is, and I was a little bit dizzy, still am a little bit, but we'll be fine. I'm here, and,
Sure.
and we're talking, so we're good.
And we've heard from fighters in the past when they have these long layoffs due to injury or various other things that they do they have time for these self-reflections and soul-searching. When they come back, they maybe approach the fight game a little differently because it was taken away from them for a while. Are you in that boat, or are you just picking up right where you left off, you feel?
I think a little bit of both, maybe. I just really wanted to get back, At the same time, I don't know if I necessarily had this, like, long layoff where I was just, like, not training and not, like, able to do anything. I went through several camps where I was, like, thinking I was gonna fight and then didn't get to fight, and several times where I was like, okay, I'm gonna finally do what I love, and then nope, just kidding, you're not gonna get to do it, and it's more frustrating. So I think what I really got to do rather than soul searching was just learning a lot of patience, and I think it was just really a testament of faith and a testament of like, how much do you really want this dream, how much are you really willing to go, and how bad do you really want it, and I think that I'm showing you, everyone and myself and the coaches, how bad I really want this, and I think I proved that tonight.
And then just last one for me, how do you want to handle your career moving forward? Do you want to get back in there quickly after getting checked out? So I guess, when do you want to get back in there?
Yeah, after being out for 21 months, my plan was to fight again tomorrow.
Congratulations and welcome back.
Just a quick one for me. Obviously a tough year, the lead up to the fight with Aaron. You were close with Ben. You lost Duke Roufus. How did all that, like dealing with all that life stuff, kind of while you were not fighting, help you prepare for this fight?
Life is short, and I think that I don't really know how to put it into words. I mean, I was close with Duke for a while. He was a coach of mine. But I know that there's also a lot of other people that were a lot closer to him than I was. Sergio and Anthony Pettis were like sons to him. And so I know that it was a really hard moment for them. And I can't imagine losing him, for them. And I just hope that, they know that he is looking down on them and he is proud of the men that they are. And I know that Duke's legacy is going to continue to live on. And even Ben, it was tough to watch Ben go through what he went through, but Ben is still here, and Ben is one of the most mentally strong-willed people that I know. And he has taught me a lot. Whether he knows it or not, he's taught me so much just in my life, in my fighting career, and in just like everything, both those guys have had a lot of impact on my life, and they probably didn't even know it, and every coach has, every coach that I've had in my life has taught me so much. And I owe a lot to every single one of them. And not being able to fight is tough, but it's not just about fighting, there's greater things than just fighting, and life is so short, and I don't really know if there's a lot of things to say about like just fighting and that, but it's a tough thing to go through, and I just hope that everyone that did have Duke in their life is just, I don't know how to put it into words. I just hope that they have peace in their life, and I just hope that they know that, Duke was a special person, and that his legacy is going to continue to shine on through a lot of athletes and through a lot of people, because he was one of the greatest people that I have met, both as a fighter and as a human.
Maycee over here, congratulations on the victory. You've overcome so much the last few months. I wanted to know, did any fighters reach out to you to help you through everything or give you advice to help you keep your head up?
There has been a lot of fighters. There's been a lot of fighters that have reached out. But also, I also try to not be on Instagram or social media as much. It's kind of a mix of there's a lot of support that has come through, even former opponents, Jessica, I reached out, and there's been several, but it's also tough because I try to just really focus on not going towards every single person, that tries to reach their hand out, just because it's if I try to go towards every single person, it's everyone has something to help, and it's if I try to go towards everyone, it's trying to okay, which one do I go with? You know, it is tough, but at the same time, it's like I am so grateful for every single person that has offered their support. So it's a very nice thing, but at the same time, it's like I do also appreciate the doctors that I have in place. You know, the UFC at the front of it has given so much support too. So I'm very thankful that every single fighter that has offered their support. Thank you, guys.